Recording on.
Ooh.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody? Man, so my wrist. I mean, in some ways, I'm glad it's not more quarantine because it doesn't work. It hurts.
Oh no, that sucks.
So basically, they're like, you can't use it because I don't know, it's flared up. I have a cyst, so I'm trying not to chill on it, but it's really hard.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do you dunk it in bucket of ice water ever?
Well, Dr. Lee said to like rub ice on it.
Yeah.
Which
I would try that if you have like a bag of ice or something or a bunch of ice, like dunk. That's what I used to do for my ankle. I don't mean that's going to fix it. I just mean it gave it a lot of pain relief.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, so I've been doing adjustment and acupuncture and cupping and just all kinds of stuff. Sucks.
Sorry.
Well, I'm kind of glad, I guess, that it's happening right now, but like I can't, I gotta slow down the Bulgarian bag or I can't do it for a while. Damn it. All right, so with that, let's everybody stand up and we'll do some stretching. Let's start with our ankles and wrists. And do that a few more times. Let's go ahead and switch. Okay, let's go to the other side. And a couple more times and switch. Good, let's go to our knees. Switch direction. It's kind of dark now. That's okay. Okay, let's go to our hips. And switch. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do this number where we step back, point your toes, kind of like put the top of your foot onto the ground here. And we're going to go ahead and do you come down, right? All flatten your foot and your knee on the mat and then come back up. So we're going to do that 10 together. So let's go, just slightly touch the knee and then come back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack your hips above your legs and not leaning too much forward. What is that? 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So step back and go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Pelvic pushing forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. All right, another really great one is I'm gonna I'm gonna turn and look to my right, and my left arm is gonna come through, up, through. So, but my back leg, my heels picks up, and I'm gonna pivot all the way. Right, so look, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna switch my foot. Let's see. Okay, that's much better. Oh, it's too close. Okay, I'm gonna switch and really collapse my outside leg out. Right, that's my back leg, and my front leg, it turns, right, and I lean forward, right, as much as, yeah, you lean forward, and then that same arm as the back leg comes up to the side. So this is what it kind of looks like. Let me see. So you're here, right? You're here, and you're gonna go boom. So look, you're leaning, pressing your legs. The outside of your leg is pressing, and you're lifting the inside of your sole up, right? And you're leaning and pressing that hip forward. Arm comes up, knee, the leading knee, 45 degrees, and you're leaning forward. You're stretching, and then you're gonna come back, boom, to center, and then switch to the other side. So really, you at the heel, you're pivoting the heel all the way through, right? So pivoting at the heel all the way through, boom, up, and then all the way through, all the way through. Let's do this one and stay here for a little bit longer. You can even look back, right? Your arm, the other arm can reach back, and you can look back, get a deeper stretch. Okay, let's do the last one on this side. Good. All right, so from here, we're gonna do more of a stretching, and then later on we'll do like some cardio. So I'm just gonna keep continuing. So we've done this. It's gonna be a flow, right? But we're gonna do it step by step. So everybody, let's go lean towards your front, your right side. You're gonna squat down with your foot lifting up, and then you're gonna come back and turning everything diagonally, right? We've done this part where you come down, the same arm as the back leg comes up. You're gonna dip the leg here, come back up. We're gonna go back down again, boom. And this time the arm comes down, and we're gonna go ahead and put the knee down onto the ground, and we're gonna lean forward, pressing, tucking your hips and pressing your hips forward, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and switch your leg right outward. You're gonna press out. And then from here, go ahead and just slide your knee down, boom, step the back leg up, step up, right? So I'm gonna come up, and from here, we're gonna come up and slap your foot, bring the foot down, right? We're gonna keep doing this sequence, so don't worry. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pivot the back leg in, and I'm gonna take the leading leg, and I'm gonna sit, boom, here. Right, I'm gonna sit down, and then I'm gonna come up on my knee, and I'm gonna step and fall. And I'm gonna do, depending on the space that you have, try to do 4, so step, and then fall. That was 3, and then step, and then fall, right? That's the whole sequence. And then we're gonna come down, put a hand on the ground, come down to our belly, sit back. Then we're gonna jump to our leg. Ginastica in a small space with a laptop, not ideal. Okay. So now we're gonna lean to the other side. So Let's lean, foot up, pivot, dip your leg here, boom, and then pivot again. Bring your leg and leave it down. Hands comes down. You're gonna lean forward, tuck in your pelvic bone, right? Stay stack center, lean forward. And then we're gonna come back and pivot our leading foot to the side, and then leaning forward to the side. Good, and then we're coming back to center. And now we're gonna knee slide, boom, knee slide. Take the back leg up, step up. So I'm gonna turn so you can see, and from here you're gonna launch using the post your toes here. You're gonna launch up, slap opposite foot to hand, come down, right? And then you're gonna pivot the back leg in, step the leading leg right to the side across your body and on the side of your foot here, boom, and you will sit down, boom, on your hip on that side, come up to your knees, right, and kind of pivot the front foot in a little bit, and then step up, and then repeat on the other side, boom, that's 2, come up to your knees, boom, 3, and then come up to your knees, boom, 4, and then from there, hands on the ground, and then we're gonna unwind the back leg, follow with the front leg, sit back. Now we're gonna do the other side, so hop to your hand, now it's our right hand side. So lean, boom, 1, 2, hands down, and then we're gonna go lean forward, come back, pivot our foot to the side, lean to the side, and then come back, bring the foot back to center, knee slide, boom, and then from here, and then knee slide, I'm gonna step the foot up, slap, boom, come back down, pivot the back leg in, step this foot across on the side of my sole here, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and repeat 2, 3, and then 4. And from there, hands on the ground, and we're gonna sit back. Okay, let's come up, do the other side, hop up. So I'm gonna try, okay, lean, boom to the side, side lunge. Dip your knee 1, twice, lean forward, step to the side, lean forward, come back to the side, knee slide, boom, step the back leg up, boom, slap, go back down, right, go back down, and then from here I'm going to pivot the back leg up, step the leading leg across my body, and leaning my knee outward, and I'm going to sit, boom, then I'm going to come up to my knees, sit, boom, 2, and then 3, and then 4, hands on the mat, butt, boom, and then jump. So let's do 1 more on each side, right? Let's do it. Okay, lunge, a little bit faster. Dip, down, forward, side, knee slide, step up, step, come back down, step to the side, pivot your back leg in. Before you do that, 2, 3, 4, hands to the ground, slide your belly, boom, and then jump. Let's do the other side. side. Dip. Back. Forward. This side. Slide. Step up. Slap. Pivot the back leg in. Move the leading leg across the body. Sit. And come back. As you come up to your knees, the leading leg should pivot in, right, to make it more comfortable. Pivot in. Step to the side. Boom. As you come up, the leading foot, pivot in. Boom. And step across. 3. Come up, pivot in. 4. Hands on the mat. And sit back. All right, so come up. All right, so from here, actually, while we were down there, let's come to our knees and let's go ahead and walk our hands out as far as we can, and then we're going to sit our butt back to our heels, right? So our butt is sitting back, our arms are walking forward. You can go ahead and put your forehead on the floor. Open your armpits up and sink down onto the ground as you exhale. And then from here, let's walk our hands to the right, both hands to the right, as far right as we can. And then we come down, pressing down, putting our forehead to the ground. We're gonna walk to the left. Do the same thing, come down. All right, so from here, we're gonna come back to center. And from here, I'm gonna do sideways. You know, walk your hands out to your elbows, and you can clasp your hand if you want, or you can leave your hand on the ground. And from here, you're gonna flare the elbow, your knees out, right? You know, your foot kickstand or flat, it doesn't matter. And from here, you're gonna go ahead and press your hips down and forward. Right, get a frog, I think I call frog stretch here. Really pressing your hips down, tucking your tailbone, and flaring your knees here. And then come back. And let's go one more time. Come in, pressing, going forward and pressing your hips down to the ground. Come back. And now I'm going to go ahead and lift my right foot up, right? So my heel is pointing towards the ceiling. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and lean all my weight on my right thigh. And I'm going to press my thigh up, down onto the ground. And come back. I'm going to do it on the other side. Come back, soon, go back to the right again. Left it. All right, come back. Go ahead and take a sip of water, and then we're going to do our 5 drills. Right. grab your a belt. If you have grab a belt. Just set aside for a second because I'm gonna have it nearby. All right, so we're gonna do 5 exercises, 1 minute per exercise, and just we're gonna keep going nonstop, right? All right, so the first one is you know. I'll wait for Karen. Okay. Hi. Okay, so it's skier jumps, right? So you're gonna do 3. You're gonna go boom, 2, 3, right? And from here, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then go back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just repeat that, right? For the 1 minute for that. The next one is, let's start out with a plank. Plank, okay, solid plank here. You're gonna tap your chest. Go 1, 2, tap your chest, and then bring your legs close, right? Tap your chest, but I want you to think about like not shifting your hips one side or the other too much. You want to stay stable, abs strong. Go 1, 2, and then plank 1, 2, 1, 2. Try to stay center while you're doing that. It's a ab workout there. The next one is right fall, boom, 1 shrimp, 2 shrimp, technical stand up, and then repeat that. So break fall, shrimp right, shrimp left, or left to right, whatever, and then technical stand up. And then the 4th one is whatever leg that's closer to the screen. We'll do this, the knee slide, boom, and you're gonna pivot, do a sprawl, and then repeat, knee slide. So you're gonna pivot on your knee, boom, here, sprawl, right, and come back up, slide, pivot on the knee, and then sprawl. And then the last one is, you're gonna get your belt, right, both foot on the belt here. What you're gonna do is you want a tension where your foot is kicking out, right? And your hand's pulling. And from here, you're gonna take the leg and you're gonna go inside. So the belt is under your knee here. So you're gonna go boom, inside, lift and do a triangle. So here, you're gonna lift and go boom, come back, and then shift, right? Boom, come back, boom, come back. All right? Yeah. So make sure you're lifting the hips up while you're doing that. Yep. Good. And then goes. It's really lifting with your 2 foot on it. And then as you come down, you go. So it's kind of like lift, boom. And then lift, boom. So as you're up there, you're going to take the leg and swerve around. Right? So those are the exercise. So again, skier jumps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one, plank. Plank. 1, 2. Come in. 1, 2. Go out. 1, 2. And come in. Next one is fall. Lift your hip up, right? Boom, and then technical stand up. Boom, and repeat. 3rd one is knee slide. So knee slide, pivot on the knee here. Come in, sprawl. And then knee slide, pivot on the knee, and sprawl. And then the last one is the triangle. So up, boom. Up, boom, right. Whew. Can I count that as my? That's kind of gnarly. All right, get ready. It's supposed to mimic, a sparring session, so I get tired. All right. All right, the plank. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Abs tight. Forward. Halfway. Break fall, shrimp, and then technical stand next. All right, go. Break fall, technical stand. Shrimp, shrimp, and technical stand. Okay, knee slide and sprawl. All right, triangle. Take a little breather. That's round one. Criminy. Take a sip of water. All right. Get ready, skier and lunges. All right. A plank. Let's go, let's go. All right, claw shrimps and stand up next. All right. Ready, claw shrimps, technical stand. All right. Knees slide and sprawl. Okay, triangles. Lift your hips high. 10 more seconds. Time. Go ahead and take it. Whew. Sip of water. So I'm going to continue with the leg locks, right? So again, just a quick review. I know you guys have been working on it, but just a quick review. All right, I'm going to start with the simplest, which is some people call this like a inside leg lock because I'm inside my partner, right? If I have the leg across from me, that's outside because I'm outside from my partner. Does that make sense? So again, we worked on having the foot either like at the back of their butt, or you can, if you have short legs, you can wrap it on the thighs here. And then I like to have the heel in at the belly and then the foot out towards the, right? Let's see. Here. Oh, that's good. So here, foot out. And I want to cinch. So again, with foot lock, you want to align their hips, their knee, and their ankles together, and you want to control them, right? You want to avoid going on the inside because they can come up and easily escape that. So you want to cinch, right? And this foot, what it's doing is keeping distance. Also, this foot is also the shield here is keeping distance between you and your partner. And then when you cinch them, you're controlling, this foot's controlling the hips, right? My leg cinching is controlling the knee, and then my arm is controlling the ankle here. So what you want to do is you want the skinny part of your hand at the end of the Achilles here, and then you want to bring your armpit at the tip of your partner's toes, right? That's like the end of the lever. So you want that. And you really want to you want to be tight and bring your hand close to your chest. Here, and your shoulder would be back and down to kind of hold it, right? So to do that, you could have one hand push the leg out, right? Where you find the skinny part of your hand, boom, at the end of the Achilles, and then you're finding the tip of the foot here, and then back, boom, here. And what I like to do is I like to kind of hold this number where I'm pulling up and I'm reinforcing with the second hand here, right? Boom. So like all submissions, control before submission, right? So you want to make sure that you have good leg control, this control, right, before you start cranking. Again, you don't want to go that way. What you want to do is you want to fall out this way, and you really want to cinch, boom, right? And from here, you want to, you know, I talked about last week when you're lying back, it's like your spine is the middle of your back. That's the aim where you want the elbow, kind of like where your spine is when you're laying back, right? So you hear boom, boom here. So you're walking back, right, until you find the Achilles, the tip of the foot, you're high, you know, arm high, boom. And now you're going to bring your elbow onto your back, and you're going to look back, right? And your hips, boom, pressing in. So that's the straight angle lock I do, right? So we talked about how one of the things when you're here, one of the things that happen is they try to grab your gi. If they grab your gi or your head, it's really hard to, as you know, we have to like fall back and extend our upper body. It's really hard to do. So let me just show the screen. So again, I showed this last week. You don't want to go to the other side because they could come up easily. So I want to avoid that. And to do that, we send our knees and we fall to the other side, right? And you can also hold their other foot, right? We talked about that. And then you don't want them to hold. Let me just go back. Right? You don't want them to grab your lapel. To do that, it should be on the side already. You're going to use the shin to kind of straighten to create more space, and then you're going to hand fight. So that's one way to avoid them grabbing, because they're going to be grabbing. So you use this to create space and then blocking their hand, right? So now I really want to work on a couple things today is what's really common and common escape is they're going to, my foot on the hip here, right? They're going to push it down, and I'm going to show the video here. Push it down and then scoot their hip back. So this is a very common escape when you're doing this type of lock. So here, let me go back. Boom, push down, and then go over that leg, right? And then they could stand up from there. So again, that's a very common. They push the foot down, hop the hip over, and then they can come up and you don't have the lock anymore. So when that happens, we're going to go belly down. So before we do that, I'm going to show what a belly down is, right? So we did the exercise where we're here and we right, have our knees out really wide. So what you want to do is you want to tripod your knee really wide and then press your hip down and forward. So that's like kind of the key to a belly down arm bar, leg lock, sorry. So if that happens, let's say you're here, boom, and they, right, kill this leg and they step over, right? They go over. So what you're going to do is with that foot, when it's down here, you're going to kind of de la hiva or hook, kind of like that leg. Now, this leg, right, the second leg, the inside leg is going to step on the belly here. So the key to this is you should be like, what is effective with this belly down leg lock is you must have the lock on really well. Like you don't want to go over here and come and then roll over, right? And then adjust the arm here. No, you have to have the arm and the hole on the angle before you do that, right? So the practice is here, mimic, a partner pushing that foot down and they bring their hip over. So now that foot's gonna hook here. This foot's gonna come to the belly, and you should have, right, the end of the Achilles should be the liver, the toes under your armpit. You should have all of this boom down already. And then when you spin, you keep this movement, you don't lax, right? You keep this movement, you're gonna come up to your elbow, boom, come to your knees, right? And from here, boom, you could do with, am I off okay. You could do it with both hands where your forehead is here, and you're gonna open your knees and then press your knee in. Or if you have it really tight, you can have one hand, and this is a really strong torque. You have one hand keeping the hand, pulling towards your chin. One hand, you're up here and you're pressing down, and now your head looking back. Boom, whilst you're pressing down. That's a really gnarly break there. So again, you're here, right? And then your partner is like not having it. Boom, boom, you have here, and they push that down. So that foot's gonna come in and really like de la Hiva, right? Hooking, kind of boom, onto the leg here. Hooking on the head. You should have that already tight. Really the main problem when you do a belly down leg lock in this situation, when you don't get it, is because this was not correctly your hole on the ankle is not correct, right? So from here, and then the second leg comes to the belly, and then you're gonna come to your elbow, knees, right? And then come down. So one version is, whole pull tight, forehead, and then tripod your leg, your knees out, and then press your hip down, or you have a really good hole here. You keep pulling up, hand posted, boom, here, knees, tripod, and then lastly, look towards the foot back then. So it's you're gonna mimic like you're looking back, boom, at the foot, right? So go ahead and give that a try. I'm gonna give you some time to practice on that. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, give you some time. So switch, side to side too. You have some time to practice today. You could do the tripod without the foot to just kind of get the movement if you want, and then try it with your dummy or your, what'd you get, the towel? See this over. So it would be your left leg, Karen, that they're pushing off. So it's the same side as the leg that you have. Yeah. Boom. Right. And then, yeah, if you want to, Karen, if you want to come up like this, I would recommend just one hand like this and then twisting, boom, towards the leg. And then also to add to that is when they, right, it's the same leg as the same side as, so it's that leg on the same side, push. And then you want to mimic having that foot, right, push down, because they're gonna push down and then skip over, right, to pass that. So that foot hooks Yeah. And boom. Either your forehead and then press your hips down, forehead down, and then press you down. Or you use one arm, post the other arm, and then turn. Yeah. And with your hips really like pressing. Yeah. Good job. All right. Any questions on that? So another scenario that might happen is, let me see if I can find the video. I think I did it. I found a video. Oh, another thing that happens is like, let's say you go for the belly down and they got really savvy or you're too slow or whatever, and they grab your foot and then go to the other side, right? So before we were leaning to the left and now we're leaning to the right, right? So what could happen is you get into that position, they push and you are here, boom, boom, right? You're here. But they got really savvy and they are a little more advanced. They're gonna probably grab hold onto this leg, your leg, right? Because what you need to do is you need to go this way. So they're gonna grab hold and then open, and you end up kind of facing up this way, right? You can get a leg straight angle lock from there, right? So what happens is they push that off, you hook, and you're ready to go. Boom, here, you're ready to go, but they grab this foot, right? That's on the belly, and they pull and they open their knee up, and you don't have anything now. So from here, you can leave everything, right? They can hold this here, right? And you keep all your leg position there. You keep this leg to kind of create distance. And then also the cool thing about like this placement of your leg here is this hooking, the De La Hiva hooking here. I don't know if I can show, but where you kind of, I'm going to show it a little bit right here, but you're kind of like hooking, right? Like this, I'm hooking, I'm really active on the thigh here. That foot is really good in that it could be a distance monitor for you. It could go, you could push it far, or you could pull them close. So that's really cool with this. This is a little bit more advanced than the normal, right, leg lock here, boom, here. So this is now, boom. So you could use this to keep a distance, and then this on the bottom, bringing closer or back, right? It's like kind of like a De La Hiva hook right there. So you end up either facing up or onto the other side. It's fine. So now you will probably need to adjust your leg a little bit. So to do, if you need an adjustment, this, you keep this always, you know, up high. So you keep this up high, boom. Again, you want the skinny part at the end of the Achilles, and you keep high. And if you need adjustment, you can use this hand, boom, to grab, right? If it's pants, you grab. So again, you can use your legs to help you push, boom, right? If the leg is back there for some reason while you're scrambling, if you need to adjust, you go boom, right? Use your legs and your arm to adjust to get the right angle. And from here, I'm going to keep pulling up. There's two things that's kind of important. You want to pull up your elbows down, right? And you're going to fall back, your head back, and right, you're going to push your leg, fall back, and your hip up, right? So you're kind of falling backwards. So again, you're here, right? The foot clear, and you're here and you're ready to go. So they grab, right, this foot and they open it. And now what I'm going to do is more often than not, I'm going to need to adjust, right? And to do adjust, you just grab, right? Either if it's no gi, you just grab and push, or if with pants, you grab and boom, and you use both of your legs to kind of regulate the distance, boom, and you get here. So you're up, you're going to bring this up to your chin, elbow down, right? And you're going to bring your head back up, and you're sitting up and kind of really like ringing that at the Achilles. So give that a try. Start with the first one and then the second one, right? And I want you to kind of play with the adjustment of the leg. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then look back. Yep. So Jennifer, instead of just having your right hand just hanging, use it, because that will bring extra force. Instead of hanging here, grab here and then pull, right? You're gonna pull up. Yeah. Yeah, and look back. Yes. Whew. Good job, Karen. All right. Do you have any questions? Was that okay?
It's good.
Oh, good. Yeah, one of these days we're gonna actually practice in a live angle. It's a little bit different. But thank you. I hope that was helpful. So we decided the whole month of October will be leg locks. So the next week I'll be across, and then what to do if you don't get that, and we can we transition to leg drag, and then take side control from there, and then attack from there. So it's super cool. All right. If there's no question, thank you so much. I'll see you all on Thursday, hopefully.
Thanks, Molly. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.